Hello again, folks, and this will be the final video in regards to the actual guitar body being done itself. Just doing a final inspection, and I think I need to do one more cleaning with 100% rubbing alcohol. I'll be right back. Again, I wouldn't recommend using acetone for cleaning anything, but if you really want to truly sanitize stuff with having a minimal effect, isopropylene rubbing alcohol is very effective for a lot of cleaning purposes. I actually started using it more back when I was changing out my processors in my computer and putting new thermal compound on them to clean off the thermal compound. Usually leave the CPU in the socket, and then usually use like some paper towel soaked in some 100% rubbing alcohol and clean off all the heat compound, make sure it's nice and clean, and then either to reapply heat compound or to resell the CPU in general. So again, I'm noticing there's a little bit of like a, looks like stain or something here, so before I put on this probably final coat of True Oil before leaving this set to cure, I'm just going to make sure I give it another wipe down, even though this guitar will still show flaws. There's a ding here that is still showing through. There's some other little cracks and bumps and such from the years given on the guitar that I want to leave it in place and not really remove it, but still to kind of be keepsakes of the guitar's actual history. So with that said, I'm just again giving these closer spots another wipe down as well too. I would say at this point in time, as of this last video, doing overall the guitar, I've probably done about 20 things, 20 applications of True Oil overall to this body since taking it down as far as I did and stripping the lacquer off of it. So, and just this last bit here, I've done 2-3 coats, and this is now, I believe, I think I've now given the overall body 3 levels. The last 2 being the last one more so, the 1000, 1500, and then 2000 grit sanding to again get all the imperfections out as best as possible. I think I still have probably a sand, if not a polish, left to go. Just to give you an idea if there's any more dirt still on here. That in itself, which probably stems from being up around here around the neck, but that still shows you that there's still that much dirt that can affect your final seal of your finish. And it isn't necessarily just a true oil finish that can do it. Also can happen in wipe-on poly. Could even happen in lacquer as well too. But this should be the final application of true oil for the guitar body itself at the top. Everything else is pretty much done. You can see a bit here, even in the video footage, that it's already got a final kind of high glossy kind of clear to it now. In regards to the true oil, again, I've done 20 applications of it, most of them moderately thick. I bought 2 of these 3-ounce 90mm bottles, and right now as it is, this bottle is down to around half, so that should give you a good idea how much, if you really are going for a perfectionist kind of perfect kind of finish and want it almost seamlessly. Also, because this is probably a larger body and so forth, you will go through a fair amount of true oil, especially when you're trying to get your best kind of solution out of the way. So again, I recommend going with a cloth again, especially for finalizing the layers. There just seems to be something about a cloth material like this that just seems to work perfectly with the true oil finish. Paper towel, like I said, this cork stuff here that I've been using, like the shop towel, it's not bad either, and neither is a high quality paper towel that like you use in your house. That isn't too bad either, but at the end of the day, when you're coming down the final coats, I think you need a really good cloth to get that kind of good clear going on, as you see back here. This is all done with a cloth. Like my last 3 or 4 applications, I put a true oil onto it. It was a cloth that I used, and you can see how it literally looks like almost perfect. Alright, 7 minutes and 45 seconds of babbling. Okay, now I'm going to go on to the application. Also, you probably noticed there's furnace running in the background, so that might be coming through on this video as well too. So if that's kind of muddying things up, sorry about that. So anyways, here we go. Good application, especially up in this tricky part up here. Just trying to again give a good soaked mount, and again just trying to go that everything is overlapping, especially when it's coming to this final little bit here that I'm doing. Again, trying to go with the grain to make sure that it's all coated and covered properly. Try to look for any spots. If you happen to see a spot where you think there's a hair, now's your opportunity to get in there and grab the hair before the troil sets in. Then go back over the area and try to balance it out. So again, you can probably see the gloss now occurring. I'm going to take, I guess, the teeny weeny bit here that's on the top, and I'm just going to carefully go around the edges here. So I still see a few little flecks have gotten in, but I'm sure after the final polish that's not going to be so much of an issue. So in regards to where are we on the troil, we are down to about that on the bottle. So we're going to sit excuse me. So we're going to say for everything that's been done, including the headstock, which I do have to finish. I think there's a few teeny weeny spots in near the neck of the headstock that I gotta go over, I think, again. But beyond that, everything's said and done. About I'm gonna guesstimate now probably about 20 to 22 total coats between everything on the guitar, neck, headstock, body, and at least 3 cutbacks. So with that said, now that this is set, you can see the gloss further, a bit more further. With that said, that ends this for the body refinishing part of it. Now the body is going to probably sit for probably another month and a half. I don't want to fuck around like the last time, pardon my language, and get impatient like I did the last time, waiting for it to cure and put stuff on. So I've planned things out hardware wise that this will actually have a good month to cure. So we're probably looking at a January-ish of the new year kind of time frame before everything gets finally put back together. So with that said, hope you have enjoyed the ride so far, folks. Eventually at some point in time in the month, I'll definitely be getting to the fretboard, because you can't see it, but it's been dried out just because of not being played and such. So it's going to get a good heavy duty lemon oil and some TLC, and I'm working on further hardware upgrade stuff coming in, that eventually this guitar should be back up and going and functional by, I'm gonna say, probably the middle of January, roughly. Early January to late January. I highly doubt it goes into February, but with circumstances, you never know. Anyways, with that said, folks, again, hope you enjoyed this little refinishing kind of journey of a Gibson product. Again, just to give another quick opinion, flying V's like these ones, I don't see as being bad quality at all. Especially these on the used market, I think are actually really great bang for your buck, even if you don't want to screw around with the stuff. And yeah, I mean, I can't say that Gibson's all crap, because, like I said, the predominantly most part of my opinion on Gibson is it's mainly the Les Paul line that is totally out of whack, and that they screwed the consumers over on. Everything else to their guitars, like the Flying V regulars, the SGs and so forth, I think they've actually stayed at a great price for people that can afford them. And it would be really great if Gibson could afford quality, could afford to do a lower tier under the Gibson brand that was actually of good quality, and they've tried to do so in some more recent products in their 2017 lineup. But again, everything that I've been reading, especially about the around $500 Gibson products, hasn't been too positive, and makes it sound like actually buying an Epiphone in the same price range or a little bit higher is actually a better buy than buying the Gibson brand name on a product. So again, sorry for babbling on more and more. This is going on 20 minutes. Hope you have enjoyed it. My next future videos in regards to this, it might be wiring or it might be the guitar fully itself, but this is the end for now. Again, I hope everybody is well. I hope everyone has a great holiday with Christmas coming upon us. And take care and treat each other as well. Bye for now.